some amazing guests today. Mike Killamat, Andrew Taylor. Got a special guest appearance from my buddy, Pastor Matthew at the Dream Center. If you have never heard of the Dream Center, if you've never heard Pastor Matthew speak, you'll be in for a big treat today. So I'm very, very excited about that. A couple of housekeeping things we want to get to. We're going to do kind of a update on numbers year to date. That's real important. Mike's still working on where we're at year to date, total volume, and what we hit last month. Obviously, will give us a total volume. But a couple stats that are pretty amazing. So like our podcast downloads. So the month of January, our podcast had a total of 14,000 downloads. So not bad, Mike. It's not terrible. Month of February, we do a convention, we have a podcast. The month of February, we have 48,000 downloads in the month. In March, we had 114,000 downloads. So we have over 300,000 downloads on our podcast. YouTube, so now we've gone, it seems like it's gone so fast, Mike, because I kept saying we had over 2 million views. Our current number of views on our YouTube videos is 3,756,379. Facebook, we have 86,814 likes. On Facebook videos, we have over 413,000 views. So to give you an idea, we're a believer that we're just getting started here. We have a lot of bigger and better things in store. We're really excited about where we're going, but we really truly do believe that we just scratched the surface because of what we got going on with leads and with training and the way we structure the company. So, and the amazing people we have. And speaking of amazing people, I want to give some recognition real quick, very well-deserved recognition to month of March. We had 43 gold producers. Our platinum producers, I'll read those really quick. So this is the month of March. VP, 30,054 as you paid for the month. James J, 30,449. Matthew John Smith, 30,557. Stephen T, 30,612. Renee M, 30,650. Bradley A, 30,696. Grady P, Dawn S, 31,226. Grady P, 31,497. Kristen S, 31,687. Ivan V, 32,222. Andrew B, 32,272. Mike P, 32,823 paid for the month. Christopher F, 35,052. Paula K, 35,109. John G, 35,658. Paige L, 36,721. Millie P, $38,952. Your diamond producers for the month, so they issued over 40,000 for the month. Spencer F, 40,371. Chadwick S, 43,354. Frank E, 43,366. Amy M, 43,868. Eric S, 44,104. So Eric Schmidt has been full-time with us, Mike, now 4 days?
Yeah.
5 days. Making $100,000 a year in the car business. Says, you know what? I'm working 60, 70 hours a week. I'm making 100 plus. I don't have the freedom. Want to see my son play football. Want to be around for my family. And I'm not making the money I want to make as well. Starts out part-time with us. So this is his, it's kind of funny. Talk about making your transition and making sure you're getting paid. Transition's over. He's been with us. He wasn't full-time last month. This is so a part-time. And how much of his 44,104 is life volume? 44,104. Okay, so I'm just, part-time last month. I'm just shooting straight. Zach T, 48,715 paid. Jack Y, 52,214. Jonathan P, 52,748. Victor V, 52,833. Keith C, 54,766. Grayson H, 55,227. Grayson's a newer agent. Todd S, 62,807. Elizabeth S, 65,834. Samantha D, 90,730. And Brian R, 91,273. Not a bad month. I'll give you top 20 producers year to date. These are by overall, right? Not just by life. Okay. So, top 20, James W. So this is into the month, like beginning April. This is through the month of March. Our number 20 person's already issued 89,044. Tyler T's 91,920. Todd S, 94,504. Spencer F, $98,562. Gregory B, $100,047. David P, $102,925. Jack Y, $104,786. Stephanie C, $105,891. Zach T, $107,250. Brian R, $108,074. Victor V, $108,796. Samantha D, $113,797. Millie P, $115,780. Linda L, $115,830. Keith C, $116,461. Ivan V, $117,132. You know how much Ivan's volume's life business? 100% of it. John Gav, $129,158. Frank E, $145,177. Jonathan P, he's like Ivan, $146,301 in total, $146,301 in life. Amy M's number one year to date, $155,417. So $9,000 or so ahead of Jonathan, and 10 ahead of Frank. So give me that, baby. This is 3 months in. I mean, this is 3 months into the year. You want to talk about what kind of growth we got going on? So,
so I have a quick announcement. Well, actually, I don't really have anything to say. I just want to show you something.
Are you sure we hit 7 million? Because you ain't shaving my head once we hit 7 million.
Sure.
You're 1,000% sure.
1,000% sure.
And you're in charge of the numbers.
Yes.
And you're going to be one to shave my head.
Correct. And we ran a poll, and 80% of the people said that this would be the week we shaved your head. So
you know what's great? You should have taken a poll, and it's over now, so it doesn't matter because they're going to know how bad I'm going to look with my head shaved. Because I'm 100% sure. It's kind of funny. I get some messages like, you're going to look really bad. I'm like, yeah, I know. The point wasn't to shave my head because I'm going to look good. The point was, but here's what's great about that. We sat in a staff meeting a few months back, and we talked about the numbers. And man, Mike, this wasn't but 3-4 months ago, maybe about 90 days ago. And I remember just thinking maybe a little bit longer, but I'm like, yeah, 7 million to shave my head, like whatever. Right. I knew we would get there, and whatever. There's worse things to do. It's not that big a deal. But we've grown so fast. Now they're like, what are you gonna do at 8 or 9 million? I'm like, we're gonna do something at 10 million. So we're gonna keep growing. But we are going to go to 8, 9, 10 million issue paid a month. And what I was saying to Mike Kilman, a lot of other people early on in the business, there's a lot of you now out there. I said to Mike, your goal should be to be where the company is. We're this much further ahead because y'all can get there. You can start anywhere in the country right now, what we have for leads, what we have set up, and you can get yourself 4, 5, 6, 7, 800 agents. Doesn't take long. Great structure. We have a turnkey system, and your group could be issuing $1 million, $2 million a month. Andrew Taylor was doing 100 and change a month, and now is doing 1.2, 3, 4, something like that every month with a couple hundred agents. It's not thousands of agents. So, all right, well, you're going to shave my head. So, it is what it is. We're not going to do it right now. We'll do it at the very end, so you get to see most of it. What I want to do is, do I have Mike up first?
Yeah.
We're working really hard lately to make sure that we're infusing the best training that we can. We got a lot of newer people that you're hearing from, you're Grace, and a lot of newer folks that are doing really well, and they're killing it. And that's really important to us, is to make sure that we're getting the best training to you that we possibly can. Obviously, Mike's organization has been massive. He immediately, when they started, was out there working hard selling life insurance, something that he said was not, didn't just come insanely naturally to him. But the one thing I'll say about Mike, and the reason it keeps growing with that group, Southeast, and a lot of the other amazing people that got in that group that are killing it, is he's always working. One of the things I think about being in business for yourself is if you want to eventually be free, you have to be willing to make a lot of sacrifices for a period of time. And I think Mike, when I look at how much he's working and how much he's talking to people and how much he's thinking about, how much he's hiring, the warm market people they hire, just over and over again. Just when you think he can't know any more people, and then boom, there's a group of 10, 12 people. It's like, meet this guy over here. He's got a property counseling. This guy, he played ball over here at LSU. This one did this, and this one's a friend from back in school. And my dad knew this one. It's about networking. Everybody out there needs a chance. So, without any further ado, my buddy Mike Kilman.
Hey guys, Mike Kilman here, Family First Life Southeast. First off, Sean, thanks for having me on, and thanks for everything you do and the staff does at the home office for all of us. We wouldn't be here and couldn't do the things we do today without what you do for us. So I want to say thank you for that. First of all, this is exciting. This is an exciting call and exciting training or whatever you want to call it. But it's, I mean, the month of March, 7 million issue paid life insurance, and it's just, and I believe that's a record. That's the most we've ever done, and as Family First Life, and on our way. What's the really cool part about the momentum we have? It's not a surprise because we had conference in February, and you know it's coming. It takes about 30 days for everything to sink in, for the men and women to get their notes, and for us as managers, and just get everything going, and then you start seeing the fruits of labor and the fruits of going to Vegas and spending the money on yourself and investing in yourself. And then here's the results of 7 million issue paid in March. And also, I mean, it's on its way to, I was talking with Sean the other day, and I'm excited about May. I'm excited about, the months coming up. It's a really cool thing because we know all the momentum we have as a company, all the agents we're hiring, all the sharp people we're hiring, and you see them at meetings. Every meeting's got, 75 to 100 people in it. And it's just, and they're all hungry. They're all ready to hustle and get out there and help people. So that 7 million is going to go, probably 10 million, 12 million real fast over the next couple months. And I'm very excited for the Southeast to have a part of that. But what I want to talk to you guys today about is about that momentum. And we've worked hard to get it. Momentum is harder to get than it is to lose. And I'm going to explain kind of what I'm talking about is especially now. So it's basketball, the March Madness and all that. I love watch college basketball. This time of year, the kids are just, they're getting after it. It's fun to watch them compete. But you watch as they compete, and as the team that has the momentum, they're making all the baskets. The other team will call a timeout, and the timeout is to stop that momentum, because like the other coach knows the momentum that you have is easily broken by a little break, a small break. It doesn't have to be much. In the same way in this business, guys, it's a thing where if you don't do your schedule week in and week out, you have the momentum now. Please do not call timeout on yourself. Please don't do that. I mean, why would you call time on yourself? But I understand it because I did it. I did it early on when I first started. I didn't know, and that's why we're passing these things on to you guys. It's like we did it. We all went through it. We've called time out. We've made some money. We sat back and we breathed. We're like, oh man, things are good. And then all of a sudden, a couple chargebacks, a couple other things happen. And then now your momentum, and it's harder. Now you're 2 or 3 weeks behind because you got to catch that momentum again. And I'm telling you, there's not a better wave than the one we got going right now. You guys need to ride it. And the best way I can explain it is it's just like Groundhog Day. I was talking to some guys the other day. There's this Monday, I believe, at the office in Atlanta, and they're like, how do you keep it? I was like, well, it doesn't matter what goes in my bank account over the week before. I get up and I go to the office on Monday and I do my same routine I've been doing for 9 years. It's a little different now, but I get up and I go to the office and I dial, make appointments, and that's just what I did for the entire time. There was no time to take a break, because I think if you can start at 0 every Monday, you won't be able to sit back and relax. And then I'm telling you guys, just a 5-year run. I mean, this hustle, look up in 5 years ago, holy geez, man, my life has changed dramatically. My income, the way I live, the people I associate. I'm just telling you, because I'm living it as we speak right now. And definitely, it's a thing, like you can't get too high, you can't get too low. We got to stay somewhere in the middle. And the best analogy I can kind of explain that is if you watch, I like to watch golf. Well, I like to sleep through it sometimes, but no, I like to watch it. But you watch the pros. You watch if they hit a bad shot. The real good ones, they don't break their club. They don't throw a temper tantrum. They don't yell. You know, they go, okay, well, I got to go down and hit the next shot. And they hit the next shot either on the green or they chip it out and they make a par. So for explaining to you guys don't play golf is if the hole takes 4 shots, that's par. And it'll be on the card. So they get a par, which is good, instead of getting a double bogey or triple bogey like a 5 or 6 or a 7, and now they're out of the tournament because they lost their mind. They got mad. They hit a bad shot, and they went and hit another bad shot, and they hit another bad shot because they're so mad. Instead, you watch the real good ones, they stay even keel. Good shot, bad shot, it doesn't matter. Whatever's happening, it's just right here. And I think that's one of the best analogies I can give for our business is if you guys, when you have a great week of issue paid and, you know, 10, 20, 15,000 in 1 week and you got a bunch deposited, let's don't have a party that weekend. Let's continue to stay right here. If you have a bunch of chargebacks or cancellations or, you know, a bunch of no-shows and stuff like that, let's don't try to jump off the roof. The world's not ending. It's a matter of you've got to stay right there in the middle. And when you stay right there in the middle, the people around you stay right there in the middle. And I'm telling you, as building a business, if you'll stay even keel, your guys will stay even keel, and it helps them make more money. But if you're manic up and down, man, it wears you out. It makes you tired. It doesn't allow you to help others the way you should help others because you're so either so excited, people think, man, his head's about to spin off. This is really weird. No one's going to want to do business with you, or you're so depressed, you're like, I think he's going to kill himself. You're just like, you've got to stay where it doesn't matter what's going on in your life. It doesn't matter. This is business. Don't take it personal. It's business. Just do what you have to do week in and week out, no matter what's going on. And then let's put our head, look up in a couple years ago, man, that was a good run. That's, there's not a better feeling, guys, than watching the men and women around you win. I can tell you, for example, I know Sean, I just appreciate him so much for what he's done for me and my family. And then we talk and we've talked about it. He's so happy for me and my family. And I'm so happy for, I'm just telling you, a lot of you guys have experienced, but some of you guys are brand new. When you hire an agent and you watch them succeed and watch them, the money's good, but there's not a better feeling in this world to watch someone else change their lives, change their kids' lives, and then also change, and then watch them help others change other people's lives. And there's not a better feeling, I'm telling you. Sean, appreciate you guys, man. Let's keep the hammer down. Please don't let up. We're on our way to 10, 20, 15, 20, 30 million a month. It's coming soon, guys. Don't get left behind. Later, guys.
I'm sitting here listening to what Mike was saying and trying to talk because momentum's so unbelievably powerful. What's I think really important, you can hear him when he's talking about it. What a lot of us have to understand is a lot of us weren't raised in this entrepreneurial world, right? And I don't even know that I knew what it was when I was younger because I think a lot of people that thought they were entrepreneurs. But we've just started. And it's so easy to say, well, we've hit this, let's just stop. And we're like, no, we want to do something this industry's never seen. We think the amount of volume we're doing now, while we're happy about it, we've not done anything yet because there's more agents that need help. There's more families that need help. There's just more of an impact that we can make. And I think that one of the things that you have heard me talk, and somebody said, why do you like Think and Grow Rich so much? The book. Because he interviewed 40 millionaires for a long time. Did a lot of research and then said, here's what these men and women are saying about what they're doing. That's why I like the book. It's not theory. It's, hey, I met with them. These are all the things they're saying. I might venture a guess, but it's a hypothesis, an educated guess, as to, but here are the commonalities and here are the things that they don't do, and they share that as well. Most of them don't do X, Y, and Z. So I really think that you talk about being focused and being intentional and being able to challenge people and inspire them and support them. And I think Mike Totline has done a very good job doing that. So appreciate that, Mike. Now I'm going to turn it over to Andrew Taylor again. System driven, working hard, understands it, and is doing this for more than how much am I put in my bank account every week, just like here Mike every month. Because somebody says, what's your goal? How much money you want to make? Our goal is not based on that. Our goal is to help as many people as we possibly can, to work as hard as we can every single day, to help as many agents be in a better position than they are now, and to help as many clients as we can get life insurance for their family. That's it. Wherever that takes us, whatever green paper everybody accumulates, that's great. But our goal is that. What kind of numbers? $1 billion. We want to pay $1 billion in a year, because that seems like a lot of life insurance, a lot of fixed index annuities, a lot of IULs, so a lot of med stuff. So my buddy Andrew Taylor.
Hey guys, Andrew Taylor here, Family First Life USA. Thank you FFL, thank you Sean Mike for having me on. I'd like to share a little bit about this past year. It's been an explosive year. We went from $400,000 a month to $1.5 million a month as an agency. It's really cool to see. 11 years ago, I got my license. I'm 29 now. And when I got my license, I was scared to dial the phone. I was scared to death to dial the phone. I remember hanging up on the first people I called because I didn't want them to hang up on me. I had a low self-image. I didn't think I could do it. I was kind of doing it because I was sick of making $8 an hour at the grocery store. I was half in, half out. Now, what I did early on is I tried to compete with or compare myself to people that have been in the industry a really long time, and I felt terrible about myself. When I stopped comparing myself to everybody else and I started saying, let's just get a little bit better than I was yesterday every day and compete against me, then I started to see some results. And it started off, a couple apps a week, and then I raised it to writing 4 apps a week, and then 6 apps a week, and then 10 apps a week, and then turning around and sharing the awesome opportunity FFL has with other people. I like to say that the first few years of me being with FFL, I wasted the opportunity because I didn't take it seriously. And about a couple years in, 3 years ago, Sean goes, "Hey, Andrew, if you were your own boss, would you fire yourself or would you give yourself a raise?" And I started thinking, every week I'm waking up at 9, 10 a.m. I'm going to bed super late. On the weekends, I'm always on mini vacations every single weekend, even though I didn't have the money to do that. And I realized I was wasting the opportunity. And so about 3 years ago, I said, you know what? I'm gonna work so hard that I would give myself a raise if I was, working for myself, which I am. But if I was working for a company that I own, I would pay myself, $1 million a year. I started thinking that I'm working hard enough to where I would pay myself $1 million a year to run a company. And I'm not doing this creative avoidance thing anymore, where I come up with all these different things that I need to do, like do the dishes, wash my car, anything in the world except work. I stopped doing that, and I started saying, you know what, I'm going to do the hard work and I'm going to get results. A few things that we do when it comes to hiring is, as a team, and in this last year, we had Zach Egan, Albert Lau, Jack Yu, Trey Honeycutt, Joe Miller, and Grady Paulson all hit VP and above. And Trey and Jack both hit $300,000 a month as a team, issue paid each. And I spoke with all of them before I got on here, and the common thing that they said that they did is they started getting people that they're hiring doing income producing activities right away. And what we all realized is, if you don't get money in people's pockets, you're fighting time. If you don't get money in people's pockets, they're going to quit. And so our goal immediately is to do the one thing that's going to get money in their pockets. Now, the one thing we know that will put money in their pockets is them getting on the phones and them booking appointments. So our goal now is to hire agents, but get them paid as soon as possible. The one common denominator from everybody getting paid is that phone. What we tell agents now and what we've kind of learned is it's hard at first when you get on the phones, but after a while, it's kind of like running a mile. The first mile, which I have not done in 10 years, but when I did used to run miles, the first lap was always the hardest, and then it would get easier and easier and easier every lap we ran. So I think we all woke up and we realized what we have our hands on. We realized that this is the best opportunity in America. It really is. That's why it's exploding. That's why, FFL is issuing $7 million of life premium, or issued close to $7 million or above $7 million in March, because it's the best opportunity and it's truly there to help the agent. It's giving out all the things that an agent needs to be successful. And if you want an agency, a good agency, you need successful agents. So it's also the best model to have a successful insurance agency. So I woke up, I realized I might need to stop hanging out with people, so much that are not moving in this direction of where I want to go. I started to realize, it could be a once in a lifetime opportunity to be a part of a company that's growing this fast and for me to be a part of it. And I realized I don't want to sit on the sidelines anymore. I don't want to sit back and, watch everyone else make a bunch of money and then go, 10 years down the road, go, man, I wish I would have took that serious instead of hanging out at the bar all the time and goofing off with a bunch of people that don't really care or maybe don't even really want me to succeed, goofing off with them. So we started doing that. We encourage full-time agents to run 24 appointments a week. The beautiful thing about that is they only need to close about 8 appointments in order to sell $10,000 a week. So you have a lot of room for error. You have a lot of room for mistake, and that's okay. And even me, to this day, if I run 24 appointments in a week, I'm going to close 8 appointments. I'm going to write $10,000. If you're part-time, if you run 12 appointments in a week, you can write $5,000 in premium. You sell 4 or 5 leads that week, you write $5,000 in premium. We also started telling agents the truth all the way around, which is if you don't start making money right now, you definitely should go get your job back that you were working at. And if you don't pick up the phone right now, today, and start booking appointments and start reinvesting in leads and treating it like a business, go get your job back, because we don't want to see you not make money for your family. I don't want to be a part of it. And it's okay for some people actually to have a job and work with FFL. And if they're hungry enough, they'll work their way out of that job. And that's the message that we're sending to people. And I think what changed for us is we used to say, it's okay. And we wouldn't tell people they really had to work. And if they weren't making money, we'd go, you know what, maybe next week will be better. But now it's, how about we take advantage of the opportunity? Let's focus on the phones and book the appointments. And let's not miss out on this wave, which is a once in a lifetime opportunity, because we're seeing people that from all walks of life that are becoming millionaires every year, more and more millionaires with family first life. They don't talk about it because they don't want to brag. A lot of these guys don't brag about, how much money they're making, but they're not faking it. Their teams are like Mike Kilman's team is paying $3 million a month in premium. That's millions and millions of dollars in premium. There's multiple people that are doubling every single year. So if you're new, don't do what I did and wait 3 years to take advantage of the opportunity. And if you've been here a while, realize that you probably, if you're not, if you would fire yourself, then you're missing out on the opportunity. And create a schedule where you're working hard enough and efficient enough to say, you know what, I would pay myself $1 million a year. And I guarantee you will be making at that point in time when you're thinking that $1 million a year with Family First Life or more. That's just the beginning. The company's only been open 6 years. This thing's just getting started. There's nobody even competing with what the company's offering. It's insane. Everybody that I talk to in the industry, they go, you know what? I didn't know about this, but I want to do this. This is just a pay raise for me. And I'm able to help more families because I'm making more money. And I'm also able to help my family. So let's double again this year. I'm not taking any vacations. I'm not taking any breaks. I'm going to take advantage of what we have our hands on, the timing of it, in an industry that I believe has been abused for years and years and years. I'm going to take advantage of it. I'm going to capitalize on it. I'm going to keep hiring people. We're going to keep getting people making money. And I hope you guys do the same. Again, as always, I feel very blessed working for the company and everything they've done for me. And I'm looking forward to paying it forward with other agents. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate it. Great job, as always. They're simple, right? They're fundamentals. They work. It's kind of funny because I see a lot of successful coaches and leaders and anybody, people that have educated me, mentored me. It's not been the ones that came up with something that I went like, oh my God, that's so unbelievably complex. It's the people that just held on to something, helped create a system that was teachable. You could duplicate it. It was very easy to comprehend, and you can go out there and be insanely successful. So Mike has handed me the numbers, and it looks like, Mike, you're right. Now, you are in charge of the numbers, but I believe you. So we issued in the month of March $7,021,732.14 in life business in 4 weeks. In February, we issued $6,146,000. So we went up $1 million in a month. Now, we had convention, but I can also argue that people came back killing it, came back out of convention killing it. January, which, we had the whole month, $6,415,000. So even if you say it was a little bit of dip in February, we're already at 6.4. 6.4 to 7 in a 60-day period is pretty crazy. We had $7,288,219 in annuity business, and year to date, 13. So this is 13 weeks into the year. We've issued $41,384,888 in life and annuity business. $19,583,000 in life only. That's crazy. So, great job, testament to what you're doing. I'd read all the names on the leaderboard. We don't have that kind of time. We'd have to do the next level live day call. Would be 24 hours. It just would take too long. We had a lot of questions. Well, I said we've been getting a lot of questions. Like I get questions, and then we try to do them on certain calls. And I do certain calls, people ask questions. I'm like, that's a really good question. And I just wanted to spend, about 10 minutes going over some of those things. And then I do want to, we'll hear from Pastor Matthew, and you can shave my head, Mike, because it seems like he's very excited about it now. It's the best thing that's happened to him all day long today. So he's excited because you're already bald. So you're like, what do I care?
I'll shave my head for 7 minutes.
You just shave your head for 7 minutes? Take you 7 seconds. One of the questions that was asked, what did you learn? So I thought it was a great question. What did you learn? What did you do to learn the structure of running a business? Taxes, investing, books, courses, trial and error, other people. And it's such a great question because a lot of us come in with no prior business knowledge. What I tried to do, to be really honest with you, is I tried to just learn the things I needed to learn today. So when I was selling full time, I wanted to be the best salesperson I could be. Somebody said, how'd you build a team? I sold a lot of life insurance. No, how'd you build it? I sold a lot of life insurance. Yeah, no, how'd you inspire people? I sold a lot of life insurance. How'd you find them? I sold a lot of life insurance. And I know it sounds crazy, but I went out there and made myself so busy and I made myself so profitable that I sold enough where I had money to invest. But early on, I wanted to become crazy good at just selling life insurance. That's it. Nothing. Everything else is going to take care of itself. And then as I made money and as I was showing people I was productive and as I was out in the community meeting with people, I knew people were going to find me. I knew plenty of people out there weren't making the money they wanted to make, and I knew they were going to find me. So for me, I hired a good accountant early. Good accountants are worth their weight in gold. I hired a good accountant. I don't care if you just started. Being an independent contractor is very different. Pay your taxes. Hired a good accountant. You might early on meet with them twice a year. As it gets going, it'll be once a quarter, and then they might handle all your QuickBooks. Your relationship with them will change. But you need to have a good accountant, Investing, the way I looked at things, and again, I use the Think and Grow Rich, right? If something's not working, I change it, If you got a plan that you sit back and go, it's crazy how many people, I never knew exactly what to invest in, but I tried. So I might have said, okay, I'm going to run ads over here, and then here and here. And I didn't wait a day and I didn't make a decision in a day, and I didn't wait 2 years. But after 30, 45 days of doing something, if I didn't see any traction, I usually made a move. And for me, it was one of those things where, you know, everybody wanted to give me advice. Here's where I need to invest. Here's how I structure it. People, how do you structure it? I'm like, I hired the people. I hired them direct to me, and I figured it was law of large numbers. I wasn't trying to make this much spread in everybody. I gave them very fair compensation. I put them here, helped them build a business, and I even kind of helped them as far as agents and regionalization and all that. But I didn't overthink it on a daily basis. Books, I didn't have a book list that at that point, the book I read was WORK. I went to work. I don't preach to anybody, but there's only one book I read from every day. And so, but I'm not, you know, for me, I didn't spend my time trying to think of new ways to do stuff. I became crazy good at selling life insurance. And then I decided that I was good at that. And then I worked on becoming crazy good at teaching people to sell life. So I can do it, now can I teach it? And I got good at that. And then I was like, all right, if I can teach people to sell life insurance, the game's over. Because now my efforts will be moving whether I'm doing something for that individual person or not. I can be over here selling or doing a meeting in this state, and this group knows how to teach people to sell. Because that was the commonality. That's how people grow. I mean, it's a great question. What do you do to sustain and grow in a different market that already has people there, right? Now, is this a good question? It's a good question because it provokes thought. But it's somebody that really doesn't understand our business yet. And that's why I picked it. But why I say that is, if this was 2008 or 9, I'd say to Mike Sizer, can we hire somebody here in Green Bay? And Mike go, no, we got 3 agents there. Because all we have is direct mail. And Mike would be right. Mike would be like, you can. Now we could hire an agent there, but we don't know where they'd run business. What people have not understood yet. So to answer your question, the person that asked it, who shall remain nameless, it's a good question. It's great that they're thinking this. If you're not utilizing internet and Facebook leads, then I guess you need to think about that. Now me, when I got my license, I fly to North Carolina, I drive to Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, I flew to Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, Florida. I flew all those places to run business. I didn't fly to vacation. Why did I pick those areas? Why? Because they were great and warm? No, they were leads. I didn't know anybody down there. They had leads. So I never thought about it that way. I mean, if people are willing to commute, 16 hours a week to make, $89,000 a year, if I found somebody in a certain community, I was going to present the opportunity to them. Now, today, it doesn't matter. I don't care if so-and-so's got 250 people in Atlanta. It don't matter. Internet and Facebook doesn't matter. There's so many leads I can produce in that state, it doesn't matter. So I don't avoid anything as far as that, because you just don't know. And I also like local support. So if I hired people there and I work hard with them, I can send people to their meetings. What do you feel is one of the most important questions to ask a person that you're trying to hire? That's a great question. By the way, same person asked that one too. It's a great question. I think that we spend a lot of time assuming, I think one of the things you need to ask people is, based on their current situation, if there's anything they could have done differently the last 12, 24, 36, 48 months professionally, what would that have been? For me, I just want to hear where they're at. I just want to know, are they thinking about, because what I'm really trying to figure out is, would they have done anything differently? It's always nervous. I wouldn't have done anything differently. And I'm not looking to beat anybody down verbally, man, you should. I just want to have a conversation, I think why us, not just why life insurance, but why us, why Family First Life? Why do you believe we're a good fit for you? I mean, we can't possibly be a good fit for everybody. I mean, why are you, and not everybody can be a good fit for us. Why us? And I listen. If they've never been in the business, one of the questions I think it's great to ask them is, have you thought about what the most difficult part of this business will be for you? You've never done it before. What do you think is going to be the hardest part for you? If they're licensed, what do you think, with all due respect, has stopped you from having already retired, gotten free? Depends on how long. If they've been doing it 2 years, different than 10 or 12, right? If they've been doing it 2 years, what do you think has prohibited you from making? You told me you made 110 and you made 94. 2 separate years. What stopped you from making 250, 300, 400, 500 grand a year? What are 1, 2, 3, 5 things that have stopped you from doing that? They've been selling for 15, 20, 25 years. If you don't mind me asking, what do you think stopped you from being able to be financially free at this point in time in your life? There's so many different things, but I think it's a puzzle, and you're trying to figure out why. Why am I here? Why are you here? And what can I do to help? And really what I'm trying to do is see if they can carry a conversation, if they're going to be transparent and be a little bit vulnerable. If they close up, they're not going to give me any information. They're going to do that with clients, and they're going to do really poorly because the clients aren't going to trust them. So I think for me, I'm really trying to figure out, what's the best question to ask, and everybody's different. Any of those questions work really well for me, and the answer is it depends on who the person is, always. Let's try this one. How do we make sure new agents are consistently buying leads to fuel their business? I don't know that we can do anything but role model for people. I don't think we can make anybody do that. I think we can set it as an expectation. What we do is I used to track my lead purchase every month. So when you had a leaderboard, I'd be like, you guys usually paid this much in life, and then you purchase so many leads. So you can really see the quit. It wasn't rocket science every single time. The people that did more bought more leads. It wasn't always like, guys, they work harder and have more leads. How do I get better? Why are the people, if I took these top 20 people from Christopher F. all the way up, if I took them and asked them, they would have invested more money in the leads and worked more hours. So I think you role model it. I think you challenge it. And after 90 days, if people aren't issued paying 15 grand a month, they're not making money. So you ask them, are you willing to switch what you're doing now, or are you going to keep doing it? Because if you keep doing it, I can't help you be successful. But I think a lot of it is just doing it. And like Jack, you asked me that question. Jack, you're a selling machine, bud. And you are not afraid to purchase leads. Every week I would send a text to everybody in my group, say, hey, or every month, every week, whatever you want, been a great month. Hey, and let me give credit to so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so. And just let me share with you guys again to let you know how good I am not at this and how average and ordinary I am. And I know how good I am not is not probably the most grammatically correct sentence. I just buy a lot of leads and I run a bunch of appointments. So I bought X amount of leads, ran X amount of appointments, and lo and behold, they issued 40 grand again for the month. So hope that helps. We have a lot of great questions. I want to get to some other calls. We have Pastor Matthew ready?
Yes.
My buddy's ready to go. Pastor Matthew is doing an event coming up here in LA. He'll tell you more about it. They're shooting like thousands and thousands of free throws in 24 hours. Pastor Matthew, who's not a basketball player as far as I'm concerned, is committed, Mike, to shooting, did I tell you this? 24 straight hours.
Wow.
He's going to take 2 15-minute breaks in 24 hours. And it's raising money for the homeless. Now he'll tell you more about the cause and how to donate. And we're bringing him a check. And my son's going to go out. My son shoots a lot of free, so I'm making him go out there. He's going to compete with Pastor Matthew the first hour. I might bet on that too. So if T lets me down, we have to make another donation, which we're happy with. 24 hours. I said, Pastor Matt, that's a long time, bud. 24 hours, to be awake 24 hours is a long time. To only take 2 15-minute breaks, a long time. Shooting your arms, he goes, nope, I've been practicing granny shots and this shot to let my other muscles rest. But my commitment is that people can live on the street because they have no other option. I'm pretty sure I can stay awake for 24 hours and do all I can to help raise money for them. And I'm like, and if you don't know Pastor Matt, his story, the Dream Center, him being dropped off there a long time ago by his dad and saying, build a church here. And he's telling us the story, he just ran the 7 marathons, 7 continents, 7 days. And he ruptured a tendon, I believe, 3rd or 4th race. And the guy was like, I need to go home. The guy was like, well, if you go home, you don't get the donation. And he's like, I couldn't think about going home and telling everybody I didn't come back with the money, so I just kept running. Wow. And I'm like, dude, you stubbed your toe this morning, got up 10 minutes late. It'll be okay. And I'm talking to me too. It's all relative, it's all perspective. So, Dream Center, fundraiser, my buddy Pastor Matthew.
Hello, Family First Life. This is Matthew Barnett from the Los Angeles Dream Center, and I just cannot forget the experience that I had when I went to your conference in Las Vegas and saw some of the happiest, joyful, generous, giving people I've ever met in my entire life. It was such a joy to be with you, and it's also exciting to talk to you about something that's coming up right here at the Dream Center. If you don't know much about the Dream Center, imagine 750 people living here every day that are homeless, runaway kids, people that are broken, veterans who had no place to go, whose lives are being transformed. In this 400,000 square foot building on the Hollywood freeway, every single day, people are being helped in a recovery program, a place for homeless, free of charge, completely free. But the reason why it is because people like you step up and are generous. And coming up on April 12th, we're looking forward to an event called Dream Shot, where I'm going to be shooting free throws for 24 straight hours, along with people from all over the city and nation who are going to help us make 52,000 free throws in honor of serving the 52,000 homeless people here in Los Angeles that we're trying to help. Amazing miracle has happened. You have already donated through Sean and his generosity $40,000 to help the Dream Center. But we got a big goal. We're not even halfway there yet, but we have a goal to reach $350,000 to raise for Dream Shot. Can you imagine basketball hoops all over the place and a guy like me who's out of shape trying to do free throws for 24 straight hours? But my heart is in it, as it has been for 25 years, for all the people here in Los Angeles. And so I want to say thank you to Sean, to all of you who are stepping up. And if you go to dreamshot.org and donate, it would greatly help us. Any donation counts. It's all important. Or if you want to show up in the 24 hours and shoot free throws and help us get to 52,000, that would be greatly appreciated as well. Dreamshot.org. And I just appreciate all that you've meant to us, all that you've done to help people. You are truly the most kind, loving, enthusiastic people, and I appreciate your support for Dream Shot. God bless you, and thank you for all that you've done. And it's going to be an extraordinary event. Looking forward to seeing you out here, or looking forward to seeing any expression of giving that would help this cause go forward. Thank you so much.
First of all, when you make, it's kind of like we all have things that we say we're going to do. We don't think them through, right. But it is what it is. And, we're also given, as you heard Pastor Matthew from the company, at least a check for 40 grand. We're trying to raise a little bit more money for his cause that he's promoting now, which is promoting a cause every day. And because we did $7 million and helped so many families, I'm going to shave my head and I'll remember how well we did. And by the time it grows back, we'll be doing $10 million in life a month. Right. So that's kind of my deal. So more importantly, I'm letting you shave my head, which is the only thing I'm remotely worried about.
I have the most experience. You're
going to cut my ear off. So go ahead, Size. Have at it.
Here it is.
Have at it. Once you cut it, can I put it right back on?
Yeah.
I can change my mind?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so this is serious. This is like really happening.
Yep.
Then you're going to straight razor it afterwards, which won't make you walk through that. But oh, God. Oh, yeah. This is really going somewhere. The hair's really coming off.
Yep, it's coming off.
Yeah, it's really not staying on. Can I spike it?
No, you'll be able to spike it in about 2 months.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, no. All right. I always want to join the military.
Oh, my.
I always want to join the military.
Trevor's enjoying this.
Yeah, we brought in Big T to commemorate the experience.
This is terrible.
I might shave your head next to you keep talking.
Oh, my God. You could stop.
Remember, you're on live. You're on, people can hear you, Trev, so.
I know.
Careful what you say. Oh, boy.
This looks good. I think you're going to love it.
You think I like it?
Yeah.
What do you think? Kat, does it look better than I looked before?
I think it's the new you.
This is the new, well, it is the new me. I got no choice. It's definitely the new me.
Right.
So I seems pretty excited, though.
Yeah, it looks good.
Just keep the hair out of my eyes. I'm good.
You've gone bald before.
No. Never gone bald before. I had like a...
Huh?
What do you think, T?
I'm kind of used to it.
You used to it by now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Already? I haven't seen it yet. How good does it look, T?
It looks great. You're going to fall in love.
Does it not look good at all, T?
We're on a line,
On a
right?
scale of 1 to 10, how bad does it look, T? 10 being really
It's
bad.
just your head's not built for it.
My head's not built for it. I do not have a good looking, I know, I believe
You
me.
should vote in the comments. On the scale from 1 to 10.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad do I look? Yeah, it's probably not bad. I'll go with a 10, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
Nail me on a
We can
scale of
keep
1
it
to 10,
right
how
there.
bad
That's
does it look?
solid.
It's like a 1, dude.
I
It's
think it
great.
looks good. bad as you think it was going to?
No? Well, I think it was really bad, so I guess. It's all relative. Bill, I'm saying Bill's next.
Yeah.
Bill's next.
What do you think, Bill?
Bill, how bad does it look? Let's go.
No, you look bad, man. I like it.
I might have to keep it, Bill, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
No,
might as
do
well.
not say that.
How about you keep it until we hit?
Besides, you're my new barber.
Yeah.
Right.
It's convenient. I mean, we just do it right on the show every week. We don't have to go to the hairdressers.
No. I don't know what you're brushing, but it's really
You
cool.
just gotta get the hair out. I mean, I don't want to
Okay.
do that even, you know?
Oh, okay.
Ruins
You've
my
done this
reputation
before.
for cutting hair. Yeah.
You might be, if we didn't have a Family First Life, you might be cutting hair. Whoa.
Yeah. That was not your ear, not
That was
really.
not, I can still hear. Open.
Yeah.
So hey, if you want to make a commitment, I think we should get some other people to shave their head.
Well, we do have one person that.
Who's that?
Bobby.
Bobby?
Bridges,
What's
yeah.
Bobby doing? At
So
what?
we hit 4 million in 1 month.
With Americo.
With Americo. He's
Good.
gonna fly up here, sit
I
in
think
the
I
same
like-
seat.
Hey, you know it'd be great if Grady shaved his head.
Grady shaved
It would
Bobby's head,
take,
or
no,
shaved
Grady
his?
shaved his own head. It would take Grady 3 years to grow that hair back.
Yeah.
He's got good hair. I wouldn't even want to do it.
think,
All right. Well, hey,
yeah.
thank you very much. Great job. Outstanding. What's great about it is we help a bunch of families, and that's awesome. So we do this any day of the week to promote doing the right thing by people and giving money back to the Dream Center and Pastor Matthew. And let's make it a bigger week next week. And Bobby's shaving his head, and we'll shave somebody else's head. Can't shave yours. Yours is shaved.
I'll shave mine when
We get really good.
yeah.
Bill, we might have to go with Bill. Bill's got great hair. So Bill might have to get in there. So, but I appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. Mike, thank you. Andrew Taylor, thank you. Everybody, thank you. And let's set another record next month. Let's go out and help as many families as we can. We've just started. I promise you. It's only the beginning.